Alright, I feel like I'm on a roll here with these videos, so I feel another streak coming right. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do here is get back into some video editing, some video making, but today I brought you a very special game here. This is, heck yeah, I don't even remember what this game is called. Basically, the goal of this game is to drive this bus across rocky terrain, get it to all 5 checkpoints, and that's how you win the game. So without further ado, let's get into this little chaotic mess of a game and just see what wacky things happen. And I think the goal of this game is going to be to beat all 5 stages before I end the video. So if I rage quit before that, then I lose. It's not like a particularly difficult game, but it is a little bit time consuming. So I'm actually going to try a challenge for this first few stages. I'm going to have to try to go flat out. So that means I'm not going to lift up off the W key. So I'm going to hold that down the entire drive and just see if I can make it. And as our first challenge appears, it's going to be another bot player. Doesn't know how to drive.
Wake the fuck up!
I don't know what's worse, drivers in real life or drivers in the bus game. Oh my god, yo, hold on. I probably should be celebrating my victory too early.
Make it so the wind could just be hitting my balls.
That's just funny, man.
Hey, bro, watch your jet.
Like, I'm sure that guy just
bro.
like, what are you doing?
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Driver ahead, on the other hand, seems to be moving kind of slowly, so see if I can just kind of get around him on the straightaway if he lets us.
On the brakes, Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track, cuts the chicane, off goes Leclerc.
Too wide through the straight, knock him off. Let's go. Oh, I mean, there's nothing more satisfying than just knowing you're the cause of someone else's pain and misery. Ain't that right, guys? Anyways, without further ado, finally making.
Wait, where are you from, bro?
Oh my gosh, look at the
Michael.
distance. You see that? Okay, that probably gives me enough time to sit those guys. Oh shoot! Air pause incoming. Ooh, look at that! We made it through.
I'm very
Hopefully, okay, just this last fellow right here. No.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Oh. Made it. Wow. So I made it past the trolls on the first stage. Let's see if there are any more waiting for us at the second stage. Oh, barely cleared that little pothole right there. Man, these buses, I mean, like, I'm surprised how like rugged they are, you know, in this game. Like, they can handle a lot of abuse. Unlike my car in real life, which is currently broken down after not driving it for like a week. So that's kind of sucky. Yeah, we got a little story time on our hands, actually. So I was celebrating my birthday. It was my 21st birthday. I was going out on a cruise to Mexico with my father and my friend. And what happened was I left my car sitting. And I was like, okay, it's not going to be a problem, you know. When I was picking up my friend to take him to the cruise, his dad gave us like ham sandwiches. And he's like, okay, you guys can have this on the way to, because we're driving like about 2 hours to get to the cruise ship. So I get out of the car because we're all carpooling in my dad's friend's car. We start driving away and I'm like, oh shoot, I left the ham sandwiches in my car. Not a huge deal. I mean, like, week-old ham sandwich in the car in California, it's gonna get hot, it's gonna get stinky, right? Whatever though, it's not the end of the world. I can pull it out of the car and it'll be all fine and dandy once I get back home, right? So I get home after the cruise. I had a great time. Got very how do I say this without getting like in trouble by YouTube? Not sober, you know. And then I got home, right, after that like little week-long hiatus. Open the car, pull out the ham sandwich. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'll throw this sandwich away. But this car's looking a little bit dirty. I bought wax and a clay bar kit, so well, that's like detailing stuff for people that don't know. I'm like, okay, you know what? This would be a perfect opportunity to detail my car. So first things first, I need to wash it before I start doing all the detail work on it, right? So I turn the key to start driving to the car wash. I'm like, okay, very simple stop. It's like 5 miles away, car wash. Should be no problems. Turn the key, starts cranking. Nothing happened. I was like, oh shoot. I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't a huge deal. You know, if cars sit for a long time, sometimes the battery dies on them, so you just need to jump it. Me being the baller I am, also, don't turn left here, it's a trap. Me being the baller I am, right? I think, hey, you know what? I could just pull the battery out of my car and walk into the nearby O'Reilly's, because it's not too far away. It's about a mile away. It's a small battery. Like, if it was like a heavy battery, then yeah, maybe I wouldn't do it. But like, it's a small Miata battery. It's not a big deal. I had the tools to pull it out, so I get to working on that. And then there's one bolt that holds the battery in place. And this little fucker, let me tell you, I probably shouldn't be saying that on YouTube, but this little guy, the battery, the bolt to hold the battery in place is evil. It's cursed. I start unscrewing it. I continue to unscrew it. I'm like, okay, I think it's loose now. I try pulling it out. It's like stuck in there. So I'm thinking, was I tightening it, or like what did I do wrong? No, I'm like pretty certain I was loosening it, right? So I try again. I keep turning it. Turns out I must have stripped the bolt at some point when I was putting the battery back in. So now I got this super deep bolt that's like keeping the battery in place inside the car. So what that means is I can't get the battery out anymore. Ah! I can't get. Okay. Wait. No way. Make a recovery? Yeah, no, that's not happening. So I'm like, okay. Well, worst comes to worst. I don't have a jumper pack on me. I probably could have just walked to O'Reilly's and they probably would have had one. But I was lazy and I was just kind of in a bad mood at that point. So I called up AAA services. And I was like, okay, can you guys give me a jump real quick? I need to go do some stuff. And they're like, yeah, we could take care of that for you. So the guy comes in with a jumper pack. And he walks over to my car. He's like, hey, man, let me get this jumped for you. He's like, oh, you know what? The jumper pack, it's actually dead. Let me use the jumper cable. So I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. It's basically the same thing, right? So I didn't see an issue with that. Neither did he. We tried that. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's not a battery issue. I mean, like, I would have assumed it was parasitic losses just because, like, that's what pretty much all signs point to. I mean, sitting for a week, cars like cranking up, but it's like not quite having the juice it needs to start up. And then it's like the starter. I mean, the starter is responsible for turning the car on, right? Like turning the flywheel in order to start the car. So I'm like, okay, well, the starter sounds a little bit weak, and the starter uses electricity to start the car. So I'm like, okay, well, since its electrical load is powered by the battery, but it's getting weaker now, so maybe it's just like the jumper cable is weak. I'm not sure. So we tried the jumper pack. That didn't work either. It started up like one time and then immediately shut off. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what do I do? So, did we get troll with like an earthquake? I don't know. I've never seen that happen. Anyways. So, it wasn't an issue with the battery. Ran the code, it's like, hey, your crankshaft position sensor is actually all out of whack. I'm like, sweet. I mean, that's looking to be like a $20 repair if you have the tools to know how to do it, right? But guess what? I just moved from South Carolina, so I don't have any of the tools, and I've never done a job before. That being said, I would still be comfortable trying to do it on my own. It's a relatively easy job from what I understand, but yeah, if you're a beginner mechanic like it, I can understand why you wouldn't want to do that on your vehicle. But that being said, I didn't have any of the tools to do it, and I can't drive anywhere because, of course, my car's not working. So I was kind of SOL, and I was like, okay, you know what? We'll get it to a auto shop. Unfortunately, this happened on my Saturday, and if you are familiar with most automotive businesses, they're normally closed on the weekends. So I was like, well, this is just great. I have work tomorrow on Sunday, can't get to work without my car. Oh wait. And now that's kind of where I'm at today. Today is still Sunday. It's about to be Monday in a couple hours. I'm up a little bit later. I say that, but it's actually only like 9 o'clock, so that's like nothing for me. I normally stay up till like, not trying to brag or anything, but sometimes I'll stay up as late as 4 a.m. No, I'll try to get to bed early today because I need to fix my sleep schedule for work again. But anyways, rant aside, my car is messed up and I have to spend a ton of money to fix it, which is never something that people enjoy to do, you know. That's never a fun experience, but hopefully after that, my car should be working fine. And realistically, I'm probably gonna sell it soon because I'm a taller person. I'm about 6 feet. I weigh like about 220-ish pounds. So I'm a big fella. I'm kind of chubby, right? And if you know anything about Miatas, you know they're not very large cars. They're made for like the average Asian person. Like if it's like 2 small Asian people, and that's about the length of the Miata. I honestly don't even know how I got, like I decided that was the best choice for me. I bought it when I was in South Carolina. I live in California now, and I was like, you know what? So I was like with my roommates, and they're like, hey man, look at this cool Miata, because I know you're into cars. Because they were too also, like all my roommates were into cars. And they're like, hey man, check this out. You should, if you don't get it, bro, I'm gonna get it. I'm like, okay, I hear those words. I'm like, oh, that flicks the switch in me. I'm gonna get the car. I love the car, don't get me wrong, except for when it's not working. So, I mean, it's never had like any huge major issues besides the I wouldn't really even say the crankshaft position sensor. If that's the case, I haven't got diagnosed. I don't think that doesn't really constitute as like a huge issue either. But that's like one of the bigger issues it's had. I've owned it for about a year and a half. So between that and then like there's a reported there was like a engine code that says there's misfiring, and then after changing like the fuses, the sparks, not the fuses, the plugs, the sparks, and then I think I also changed the I can't remember what did the trick. I changed like one of them and it finally fixed the car. But yeah, that was like the other like biggest issue I've had. Aside from that, it's been a pretty mellow experience. Besides the mods I've been putting on the car by myself because I'm just a dumb 20-year-old, or at the time 20-year-old. I'm 21 now. Oh my god, dude! No, please, no. Oh, dude, I thought The Rock was gonna finish the job, dude. That would have been just like the cherry on top of the cake. But I wouldn't say I'm like a very experienced mechanic, but like I've taken it upon myself to like do some harder jobs. Say like one of the hardest jobs I've had to do was replace the transmission because, again, dumbass or dumb 20-year-old self was like, you know, I want a 6-speed, not a 5-speed manual. So I bought a 6-speed off of I think it was either Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, one of those sites. Dude, I can't. Oh my god, dude, I'm actually gonna start raging. But yeah, I bought one because I was like, okay, well, the 6-speed can handle more boost. I'm gonna boost the car. Oh, my bad, man. So I was planning to turbo the car. I still have the turbo kit in my closet, but I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore. I'm probably gonna sell the car and then just sell the kit with it. Turbo kit aside, I was like, yeah, let's swap the transmission on this thing, you know. That'll get her running good. So that was probably the hardest project I've done, and the saddest part about it was like I wasn't even really successful when doing it. Like I got the transmission off, I got the new transmission in. I mean, it's literally that simple. Just take the transmission off and put it back in. I'm just joking. It's kind of a difficult process. And then I turned it on. Actually, my roommate turned it on, and the car just I mean, it made some some strange sounds at first, but I'm like, okay, well, new transmission. Maybe it's like the fluids are not really running well in the transmission. Whatever, I can figure this out later. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just throw the thing in the reverse. I didn't actually know where reverse was on the new transmission at the time, which is pretty embarrassing. I had no idea where it was. But I put in what I thought was reverse. It was actually first gear. Clutch is in, and what that means is like car won't start moving forward by engine power because it's like the drive shaft is disconnected from the engine. Big terminology, basically car won't drive. And then I put it in first gear, and it starts rolling forward. I'm like, that's not right. That is not right at all. If you know anything about cars, you'll know that that is messed up. Because what that means is the clutch is not disengaging, so it's not pulling the it's not separating the engine from the drivetrain. So the engine is powering the drivetrain regardless of the fact that your clutch is in, which is like basically the off switch. It's like, hey, stop. It's not really the off switch, that's kind of a bad example, but it's basically what's telling the car, hey, we're not putting power to the wheels, we're just having the engine spin in free form, or like free spin. And the drive shaft is kind of just doing its own thing. Don't you even dare, dude. Oh my god, no. No, I still made it to this stage, it's fine. What a dork, dude. He thought he could get me. Anyways, that's the end of the video, but I feel like I still have more stuff to talk about. So what we're actually going to do now... What we're actually going to do now is not continue to talk because I am tired and I don't want to continue editing videos. But if you liked this first part, I can upload a second part for you guys. Just if you made it to the end of the video, let me know if you want to see the second part where I talk about my experience in other cars, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.